All right, so let's get right into the video. Let's talk about how to lose 15 to 20 pounds of fat in 90 days, if not less, using the TB method. And guess what? Like always, if you don't get any result in 90 days, you and your money are going to be together once again because I would refund you everything because I'm that confident in whatever I have. There's basically no risk. It's all reward, no risk because at the end of the day, you will get your money back if you don't get shit. But why would you want to? Why would you want to work with someone and just not get anything and just waste your time and waste my time? So you have to be very, very serious about it, and then you're just gonna get the result. The results are waiting for you. You have to just take the chance. So here, I want to talk about a little bit about the pictures you see at the bottom. So as you can see, the black man's where there's a skinnier one and a bigger one. That is basically me. The skinnier one used to be me, not anymore. Very glad that it's not me anymore. I'm the bigger version now with the beard and everything, as you can see, maybe as you're watching this video, which my beard do need a little bit of a liner, but let's not get into that. At the middle, you can see that my boy Anthony Barrenty, which we're gonna watch a video about, that's gonna tell you a little bit how his experience was and basically the result that he got. He does some kickboxing, and he basically one of the big things that he wanted to do is be able to increase his stamina, endurance in kickboxing. So what I did is I made sure that not only he lost weight, but he also had a lot more stamina and endurance for kickboxing while getting strength and getting muscle at the same time, which he's gonna say it in the video himself. So don't take it from me, take it from him. On the left, that's one of my other client, which he made this full transformation in just 12 weeks, which is for those who are maybe have a difficult time with math. 90 days where you can, I mean, look at the amount of fat he just shred off, about 20 to 25 pounds. It's just unbelievable. So let's get right in the video because all of those things were done working out only about 6 to 8 hours a week. That's crazy. That's not much time at all. Like, let's get into it. All right. So just before we're gonna get into the video, I want you guys though to watch this video. This is basically one of my clients that I recently trained that basically got some crazy result very quickly. He shredded off about 10 to 15 pounds of fat, but he actually looked 10 times better and he looks a lot more leaner and he looks a little bit bigger actually. And you're going to hear it from himself anyway. He's going to give you guys a little bit of basically how his journey was and if what I'm saying is a bunch of BS or it's actually accurate and I'm actually on point. So let's listen to the video and let's see.
Diet was probably the most valuable information I got out of all this. I knew diet was important. I've never tried to track my calories or anything like that, and I think that probably made the biggest difference for me in terms of energy was changing my diet around. That was really cool. Was there was a lot of flexibility in that for sure. And I'm down 10 pounds. My physique overall is bigger, which has been really cool. And I have so much more energy than I had before. I still do kickboxing. Whenever I first started, I couldn't even get through maybe 15, 20 minutes of it before I was like completely out of breath. Now I can get the entire class through, which is 45 minutes. And I can even do 1 or 2 rounds of sparring, which is about 15 minutes in total. It's been a while since I felt like I've had this kind of energy. So it's nice to kind of have like a routine going. And then that was a big thing too, is I didn't want to work out 5 days a week since I was doing kickboxing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And you put me on a 3-day program, and that was really accommodating, and I was still able to make a lot of progress that way.
So just before we dive in, let's talk a little bit about me. So my name is Terry, and I'm going to basically show you exactly how I help my client Jose that you can see at the top, and all my other clients lose anywhere from 10 to 30 pounds of fat within 90 days while achieving a completely shredded physique that basically 99% of you guys probably never experienced. Now, before I get into details of how he did it and they all did it, I want to show you a picture of what he looks like before and what he looks like after, which you can see on the right side. And at the bottom, that was actually someone that I signed not too long ago, who after a few days of working together already dropped 5 pounds, increased his energy level, and just I mean, you can see it for yourself. I haven't felt like this since high school, which don't mind the emoji. That's a little sus, but anywhere. And that amazing, as I said. Let's get into who this is for now. So if you're looking to lose 15 to 20 pounds of fat that you won't gain back while building a new frame, a muscle that you keep forever, this is for you. Keep watching. If you're sick of feeling lost when it comes to getting ripped, knowing what to do at the gym, what the diet is supposed to be for you, and you need a simple and proven blueprint that fit into your lifestyle, that's not too much, that's not too demanding because you have other things to do. Getting in shape and all shouldn't be so annoying that it's basically your whole entire life. Well, if that's you, that is for you as well. If you feel like you've tried everything already, you tried maybe keto, carnivorous, intermittent fasting, who knows, and you still don't have the physique that you want or have been dreaming of, this is 100% for you. If you know you have the potential to unlock the best version of yourself, but you just need that little bit of guidance, accountability to really get you there, this is also a video for you. Now, let's get into who this is not for, because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. So, if you want to keep trying to get big and rip the traditional way that's been holding you back for so many years, months, or who knows, instead of trying a new proven system, this is not for you. Bye. If you're also looking for a quick fix, something, you lose 20 pounds in 1 week and you think you're not going to put it back on, and you don't want to use a proven system that will keep you in shape for the rest of your life, this video is not for you. If you're not ready to allocate just 4 hours of each week to the gym to get yourself in shape, to your health, fitness, and confidence, this is not for you. If you simply do not believe that you can reach the ultimate version of yourself, that you're maybe feeling completely lost, but not just feeling completely lost, also don't want to do anything about it, this is not for you. Now let's get into the truth about getting ripped that no one's going to tell you but this guy right here. You can in fact get ripped without having to give up your favorite foods or spending 1,000 hours in the gym, and you can do that and keep this result for the rest of your life. You probably know one person that did it. Guess what? If one person can do it, everybody can. Obviously, a lot of them might have done it crazier ways that don't make any sense, which is why I'm showing you how you can do it while enjoying it and do it long term. So most men are incapable of doing so because they don't understand how to eat properly. What are you supposed to eat? How much am I supposed to eat? How to train effectively? What am I supposed to actually do in a gym so I lose weight and I don't get it back too? And I build muscle, and how to use the TB fat loss method instead of a quick fix that's never going to work long term. So now this is not going to happen to you if you follow what I'm saying. But one thing we gotta get straight is that there's no such things as I'm just too busy, that won't work for me, I don't know, I got a strange metabolism, blah 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 blah. Bullshit. Everybody can do it. This is just about doing the right thing for you that's tailored to you and you stick with it. And that's realistic as well, because a lot of stuff are just not realistic out there, which is why I'm bringing the realistic good thing out here. And you don't have to work out 1,000 hours a week. I work out only 3 times a week myself. Why would I ask you to work out 5 times a week if you don't have to? Even if you want to lose weight, 99% of you guys don't need to work out 3 times, five to 7 times a week to lose the weight. This is all bullshit. And you don't have to have superhuman genetic. You don't have to be Superman, okay? You don't have to be super Terry neither, okay? So to become the ultimate man that you're supposed to be. And if you want to be that guy, I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate around the issues we mentioned before right now. I successfully helped my client Josh and all my other clients lose so much weight that they were just bombarded with compliments that they had to literally just tell people, hey, I'm tired of the compliments. Leave me alone now, type stuff. And how to lose 15 to 20 pounds of fat in 90 days or less. How to do this without giving up your favorite precious food or training more than 6 to 8 hours at the gym each week. So now, enough. Let's talk a little bit about my journey. Let's talk a little bit about, is this guy credible? Is this guy just no one? Let's see. So a little bit of a brief backstory about me. I've been working out for about 7 to 8 years now. And for the last 3 years, I've been training people because I've always wanted to basically help people, because I've noticed that a lot of people really had questions. So I really did a lot of studies. I trained a lot of people for free, paying charging clients because I was getting so much great result with those people. So my stats are, I'm about 6'5", as you can see. Lie. I'm about 5'7", 163 pounds, actually 161 as I'm making that video right now. A shredded man with a physique that a lot of men would be jealous of and would do anything to get it. And I know it's not the most humble thing to say, but the truth is the truth. And the most important thing is I know how to get jacked and I know how to stay jacked. And you can just look at this fine gentleman on the right, very passionate about this lifestyle. And I just knew that, man, when getting not enough result, the bulk and cut method, the keto diet, the zero carbs, intermittent fasting, carnivorous, because I looked in depth into them. I've talked to so many people and I've looked at the result of those people. And guess what? Oh, yeah, sometimes they lose weight. and then 3 months go by and they get twice as fat as they were before. And then they just look at things, they just blame themselves or they blame the world because they're like, "Ah, I did so much progress, but I couldn't keep it up." Yes, because the way you went about it was destructive, unsustainable. You had no way to win. Hence why. Anyway, now let's get right into how I built that method, the TB fat loss method. This is basically a method that I built through my own trial and error for quite some time of coaching. I experimented a lot on myself, and now I'm gonna break it out all to you for free. I mean, look at this, man. Some result at the bottom. I got Andrew Woods, coached him 4 months ago. I'd lost 19 pounds, had another 15 pounds to go, feeling unreal. I mean, guys, the evidence is right here. Now, in the following steps, enough, I'm going to outline the entire process from A to Z, what I did to accomplish this result with those people, so you can use the TB method to lose at least 15 to 20 pounds of fat in 90 days as well because I like sharing. So the TB fat loss method. Now let's look at the blueprint. What is the comprehensive idea of this whole method? So it's broken up into 3 phases. The metabolic optimization phase, which is basically resetting your body to where it's supposed to be, because a lot of you guys are overeating, undereating, doing a bunch of nonsense. So you have to prepare your body to get into the real work. And then the fat loss method, which is the fat loss acceleration phase, which is basically, hey, lean out that fat, man. You lean out all that fat, and then we're gonna build the muscle on top of it, which will be the rapid muscle growth phase. And each phases are made up of 3 guidelines with the the training part of it, the nutrition part of it, and the recovery, because all of them together are a recipe for success. So the metabolic optimization phase is about 1 to 14 days, really to reset your metabolism, prep it to really get it ready to crush the next phases. Moderate rep ranges, volumes, and maintenance food intake is all you need. The fat loss acceleration is where we're going to lean out phase. Higher rep ranges, lower food intake, mini cuts here and there, etc. And just keep on losing weight week after week, 1 to 2 pounds week after week, while feeling better and also being full because you don't want to be hungry 24/7 unless you cheat on your diet. And the third one, the rapid muscle growth, 60 to the day 60 to day 90, which is a lean bulk phase, which I also call the Hulk phase, because you get stronger, you get bigger, but in the right sense of the term, meaning that you don't get, fat. You don't. It's useless to lose the fat to gain it all back on. No, so we're gonna replace it with a muscle that's gonna attach to you, that's gonna stay on you, and that's gonna give you that really nice physique, really full physique, where you're shredded, but you also feel great, and your body fat percentage is low, but not too low, which will include some lower rep ranges and also setting new records of like your personal record on a weekly basis and a higher food intake overall. So now let's get a little bit more into what that looks like. So training, I'm going to teach you everything about the intensity, the form, the selection of the training, the cardio, how it's supposed to be utilized. The intensity will go into weight, reps, sets, rest period, time under tension. The form will make sure your grip, your force, everything is locked in. Selection, the split that you're going to use, the exercises, the sets, the reps, and the cardio. When are you supposed to do cardio? What time are you supposed to cardio? And what type of cardio are you supposed to do, etc. That fits you and that you enjoy. And the nutrition part of things, macros and calories. Very important. 99% of you guys have no idea how much macros, what your macros are, what your calories are. And if you think you do, you probably don't, because 99% of you guys that do actually the work to find out your macros and your calories, just do it wrong and don't know what the hell you're doing. And you're actually off by 50% and you're overeating 99% of the time, or you're undereating because you're not even counting certain stuff you're supposed to count, or you're not preparing the meal that you think you're preparing. And then the recovery, obviously, sleep quality, rest days, and nutrition is part of recovery. So all those things also have to be locked in so we can make a smooth process. Now, enough. Let's get right into the metabolic optimization phase. Day 1 to day 14. What are we looking at? We're looking at moderate rep ranges, anywhere from 10 to 15 reps, moderate weight, challenging but not too much, moderate volume, 3 to 6 different exercises per muscle group a week, and a workout anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. It's about doing the type of workout that you can sustain for the rest of your life. It's not about you do 5 to 7 days and then you never do it and then you just gain all the way back and you look like a fat piece of shit again. No, no more. So moderate rest period, anywhere from 1 minute to a minute and a half. And I do want to share here my friend Anthony that actually spoke, that you guys saw the video earlier, which that was one of his, I think that was his first week. where he sent me that message, which was very funny. He said that he basically almost tossed his cookies out a few times. Holy moly, it took nearly 2 hours to finish because that was the first time he did the workout that I built for him. And yeah, the first week will be brutal, especially if you don't work out or you don't do much. It will be brutal because you better get in shape because I'm going to prepare you so you can be a warrior. So obviously that first 1 to 2 weeks, it will shock your body because we're not playing games over here. So now let's get into the nutrition side of things. We're gonna find your maintenance level of macros, find your maintenance level of calories, and we're gonna stick there. And I'm gonna teach you exactly how to find it, what everything about it, every questions you have, obviously, are answered. And the goal is basically to reset your metabolism so we can start building muscle as it should. And now let's get into the fat acceleration phase. Finally, day 14 to 60 to get shredded AF, to be a shredded motherfucker. You know what? I'm probably going to get demonetized for saying that, but the fat loss acceleration phase training. Now we're going to go a little higher in reps, anywhere from 12 to 25 reps. Lighter weights. So I want you to be lighter in the weights, and I want you to focus on that form, man. Make sure that form is locked in, and the training has to be a little bit higher in terms of volume and in terms of reps, just because that has to be, you really have to shred that fat and you have to build that strong physique. You have to build muscle and you have to shred the fat at the same time. So we need to do that right. And the rest period has to be anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. In other words, the training part of the fat loss acceleration phase, I will not lie, it's fairly challenging, especially if you have no background in. It's fairly challenging. However, it's very doable, and again, only 3 to 4 times a week. Remember, imagine you had to do that 5 to 7 times a week, like the other coaches out here, just to gain all the way back on. Come on now. Let's talk about nutrition. We're gonna go into calorie deficit, and we're gonna make sure that in calorie deficit anywhere from 300 to 600 per day to make sure that you really shred that fat, man. You gotta shred that fat, and then we're gonna up those protein intake so you can make sure you keep that energy up and you build some muscle and your physique just leans out, not by being a skinny fat man, because a lot of you guys lean out and just become skinny fat or whatever. No, if you up your proteins appropriately, you will build a lot of muscle alongside the fat that you're shredding off, which will result in a way more well-rounded physique. But we're not done yet. That's going to give you that sponge-like state where basically anything after that state, if you don't do it carefully, you might add on a lot of fat rather than muscle, which is why the next phase is so necessary because you're going to absorb anything else. Meaning that if you don't train appropriately, you don't eat appropriately the next phase, then you're more likely to get fat. So anyway, it's geared to lose all the unwanted body fat, the priming your metabolism and retaining as much muscle mass as possible. And obviously, you still will have options, cheat meals at least twice a week for the people that are getting really the best gains, sometimes 3 times, sometimes 4 times. Because guess what? This is not about you restrict yourself the longest. And then once you give up, you just, everything goes crazy. Like, come on now. Even bodybuilders never eat a perfect diet. What makes you think you can eat a perfect diet? No, and you shouldn't because you got other things to do like everybody else. You think I have a perfect diet? Fuck no. Everybody got crazy diets, but you have to have a good diet enough to get the result you want so you can allow yourself to have a crazy diet if you even wanted to, although I don't recommend. But now let's talk about the rapid muscle growth phase, baby. Day 60 to day 90. Let's get strong now. In this thing, the training is going to be workout 3 to 4 times a week still. I want you to reduce the cardio. So whatever cardio you are doing in the previous phase, which I usually teach people to just train to just do cardio at the end of the workout, never at the beginning. It's a bunch of bullshit doing cardio at the beginning. At the end of the workout, because you have the least energy and you don't need to run, you just need to walk, man. You just need to walk for 10 to 30 minutes. That's all we need you to do. We don't need you to run for 45 minutes a day and then 45 days go by and then you never run in your entire life. No, no. In this phase, you're basically going to get a lot stronger. So your strength's going to go up. You're going to start having new personal records at the gym all the time. If you're curling 40 pounds one day, you're curling 50 the next week. It's going to be a lot of progress. You're just going to love it, which is the best because once you leaned out, the most dangerous thing is what you do after, which is why you need this phase so much. Because if you lean out and you do the right thing right after, you're just going to fall in love with the gym a lot more too. You're going to feel a lot more progress. And when you see progress, you get addicted to it. You're just like, man, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. I want to keep going, etc. You don't want to let it go. But if you feel weak and you just, it's not the same thing. And the amount of volume though will be lower in terms of the amount of exercises. There will be sometimes less reps. There will be less reps, but there might be more sets on certain exercises though. And the rest period will be more around 2 to 4 minutes. And yeah, you're just gonna pack on some mass, but some lean mass, not some fat mass. So the nutrition side of things will be an increase in a calorie surplus of 300 to 600. So you were in a calorie deficit. We're going to pass maintenance to 300 to 600, depending on how your body obviously react to what we did before. Because if you get to maintenance level and you actually gain healthy, good weight, which is about 1 to 2 pounds a week, we're going to stay there until you stop gaining weight, because we're not going to go to a calorie surplus for you to just get fat, which is something that a lot of people do and a lot of coaches preach. And then they just get fat clients to lose weight and get fat again, which, come on now, what is this? You didn't pay them to do that to you, okay? So the macro split will go a little lower in terms of proteins, aka you're going to be able to eat a little bit more carbs, more fat, enjoy meals a lot more. We might even add a cheat meal or two, so you can be at 4 to 5 cheat meals a week. However, that doesn't mean that the weekend comes and I just eat like shit. So obviously everything still has to be locked in to a degree, so you stay with good habits even when I leave you. Now, the TB fat loss method is meant to optimize your metabolism to work with you and not against you like it's been, while stripping away unnecessary body fat that nobody wants, so you can be left with a full and muscular frame in less than 90 days. For Josh and all my other clients, the result was so worth it that it was being lean was something that he never thought was achievable. A lot of other guys never thought were achievable. But now they're spending their time wrestling with compliments and just having to prove people that basically is a natural, that they still ate basically a lot of food they wanted, and that they were not starving themselves like most people think they would have. Then that becomes a base that a lot of men need to finally get to be in the best shape of their life and stay like that forever. So now that you understand exactly how this process works, I do have an offer for you. And before I get in the offer, I do want to show you the last text that I received not too long ago, which is basically me just checking in on a client that I work with, and which basically had a whopping 50 pounds fat loss in just 4 weeks. And it is what it is at the end of the day. But anyway, if you're skinny fat or you're 10 to 20 pounds overweight, you're just sick of not having the physique that you want, and you're ready to finally look amazing with your shirt on, your shirt off, and make the biggest physical progress you ever had, and lose 15 to 20 to even 25 pounds of fat and pack on some lean muscle, or learn how to keep it forever in 90 days, in 90 days or less. And again, if I was not confident in what I offer, I would not say publicly to everyone that I'm offering a full refund if you don't get result after 90 days of doing everything I told you to do, etc. So what I need you to do is click the link in my bio and book a call with me, and let's see you in the other side if you're serious about it, which should be a no-brainer if you're really serious about it. Or else you can wait another 5 to 20 years and just see if you ever make any progress after that.